Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I'm getting a late start because I got home late last night from the Atlanta Braves game. Here's a little clip of inside the stadium. It was the first time I had been inside the stadium this year. I went last weekend to go to a game, but it got rained out. Watch this. My friend had good seats, and we were over on the first base line. And for the first time ever, I saw one of my friends. He was sitting right next to me, and he caught a foul ball. And then right after he caught the foul ball, one of the players at the end of the inning throws a ball into the stands, and it literally lands right in his hand, in the same hand that caught the other ball. I've never seen anything like it. And then I also have never seen anything like all the home runs that I saw last night, as well as at the end of the game, the Braves were winning by like 10, so the Cubs started putting in all their fielders to pitch. And I watched Anthony Rizzo, I believe is his name, strike out Freddie Freeman with like a 65-mile-an-hour fastball. Freddie Freeman acted like he'd never even seen a baseball. It was so slow. It's funny how we do that in Little League a lot. If the kids are used to fast pitchers, sometimes we'll put a kid in that throws lollipops just to completely throw them off. All right, XRP. It looks like things are setting up for an interesting next few days. Well, a lot of people are saying 12 hours. Let's look at what the TA people are saying, which I'm not. Crypto Wizard says XRP daily. XR both closed slightly bearish as they had a pullback after hitting resistance target. This is very normal. XRP is forming a falling wedge which should break out soon and push XRP higher. And then Dark Defender says 4H chart breakout should happen within 12 hours for XRP. We'll be shortly see above $1.42. I believe then she can continue her journey towards all-time high. Let's hit 184 first and wait for the news tomorrow. I wish you a great day. The news tomorrow is the courtroom hearing where the judge has invited 4,000 people to watch. Okay, and then we've got this guy, Rob XRP, and he kind of is saying the same thing. He's calling for a target of $3.08 to $5.10. He said that the other day. He's standing by that. And then this one, Crypto Bull, and this is Crypto Bull and Mac Attack, both are showing this pattern that they call a head and shoulders pattern. It's forming the USD price resistance is at 146, and I'm expecting a breakthrough within the next 12 hours. So he's expecting it within 12 hours, and so was it, who else was it? It was Dark Defender. So two of them are saying within 12 hours they're expecting a break to the upside. Now, I was watching CNBC this morning, and Judy Shelton was on there. Listen to what, I just videoed this with my phone. Listen to what she says.
Involved in the transaction. And so it's very interesting to see how this will shape up between sovereign created currencies and privately created currencies. And you'll get back into the old arguments. It's useful to look at monetary history between Robert Mundell and Milton Friedman, and looking at Frederick Hayek, who predicted decades ago that you would have private currencies that would compete and provide a better product than sovereign provided currencies.
Wow. You mean like private bridge currencies? Now, this is huge right here. This is from XRP Crypto Wolf. President Catal mentions IPO of Ripple Labs and R3 in his financial results briefing. And then Mark Phillips provides us with the actual clip. And so I will play it for you now. This is a lady that's reading his Japanese, or she's translating for him. Listen up.
So the investment, adoption, introduction, and the diffusion, and transform the society. For example, the Ripple. Invest in Ripple, at a very reasonable price. After the current lawsuit, Ripple will go public. And the current CEO wants to do that. Chris wants to do that. So how much would it be? And I have more than 10%. R3 will also go public. And we are, again, the largest outside shareholder. And what will be their price? Think about it. So it's not just about the technology, but in Japan, we have created new entity, Money Tap.
Okay, I just wanted you to hear that. This is why I keep talking to you about Link2, which is one of my sponsors, and I'm one of their customers. They've had Ripple on here. These guys are loading up Ripple onto this platform every once in a while. They sell out every time it comes on because people know, look, this SEC lawsuit, if you piece everything together, the writing's on the wall. You know, when this initially happened, everybody's, oh, this is an end of Ripple. Oh, come on. It's been pretty apparent, I think, as we've watched this thing unfold, how ridiculous it is. And it's also been pretty apparent. But by the way, before I move on, go and if you want to, you can, if you're an accredited investor, or if you want to be an accredited investor, in the description of this video, go. I've got a link to ExamFX. It's where they have a 25% discount if you want to try to pass the Series 65, which the SEC says you will become an accredited investor if you pass that. Okay, so what Link2 did is they cut a deal with this ExamFX so that you can get 25% off to start studying and take the coursework to be able to pass the Series 65. That's what a lot of people are doing. And anyway, so these guys, it's not just Ripple though. These companies, you're going to see a lot of these blockchain companies head for IPO in the coming months and the next year. This is like the opportunity of a lifetime. I haven't seen this opportunity since I watched the .com boom back in the day, but I think this is .com times 100. Now listen to what Chris Larson says. You can just tell that these guys can sense this thing is going to come to a conclusion, and it is on like Donkey Kong when it does.
10 years in, we still don't have that regulatory clarity, and that's holding back the U.S. Market for crypto. That's unfortunate.
Why has XRP been singled out, Chris? Why have regulators seemingly singled out XRP and Ripple?
That's a good question. It's perplexing in many ways. XRP was declared a currency by Obama's Treasury in 2015. It's been out there in the wild now for almost 9 years. Hundreds of billions of dollars have traded. So it has utility. So we think that was a perplexing move that happened literally on the last days of the Trump administration under in the SEC, for example. But we're hopeful that we can get that clarity in the U.S., and then that will allow the U.S. to be rightfully the number one when it comes to fintech, crypto, just like it is with every other part of the internet.
As you alluded to, you are dealing with this SEC suit. And as I understand it, Chris, and correct me if I'm getting this wrong, it's over issues you've already settled with the Department of Justice. That causes some confusion for me, probably others, about where the regulator is on these issues. Where do you get the clarity on how this space will be regulated? Are we there yet? Because I know this is a lot of kind of backdated issues.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not there in the U.S. yet. And this is not just a Ripple issue. This is an issue across fintech and crypto in general, if the U.S. wants to be number one. The problem in the U.S., again, it's not really a problem, but it's a complexity. We have 8 federal financial regulators. And we found, really tremendous kind of insight by most of them. The Federal Reserve has been fantastic. FinCEN within Treasury, I think, has been super innovative and forward thinking on this as an example. But we haven't quite got there yet with the securities regulators. I think we will get there as an industry, but that's going to be essential if the U.S. is going to stay on top. Because frankly, it's too easy now for innovators to move to places like Singapore, which is so great to work with the regulators there, or the UK, for example, fantastic relationship with regulators that innovators have. So we got to get our act together. Otherwise, we're going to lose this race specifically to China, which is racing ahead in ways that we have not.
Are you optimistic, Chris, about Gary Gensler coming in?
Look, Commissioner Gensler is very knowledgeable about the space, taught a course at MIT. And again, I think part of this administration is going to be a lot more climate focused. So kind of focusing on green crypto, if you will. So we're hopeful, but we'll have to.
There you go. He just told you, all you Bitcoin maxis out there, he's telling you what the deal is. SEC Enforcement Director resigns after 6 days. What happened here? This is just about one of the enforcement directors resigning. I don't know if there's any, there's a little bit of smoke. I don't know if there's any fire there or not. Just interesting to see that. Michelle Vandenberg sent me this from Naveen Gupta of Ripple. Proud to partner with Bank, how do you say this? Bank Darfur. I'm sure I butchered that. And what is this one? Indusend Bank, I guess is how you say it. On Ripple, making remittances fast, convenient, and affordable. So this is in, I guess that's in India. I thought they were banning crypto. Maybe not. CS May sent me this. This is interesting. For those of you that don't know, the reason that the government always tells you that there's no inflation while they print money like it's out of style, the reason that they can continue to come out and say that there's no inflation is they take all of the things out of the inflation number that are inflation. And right here, they're illustrating this absurdity. Assuming that a house, food, healthcare, tuition, childcare, and commodities are not a big part of your budget, then CPI may have been a reasonably accurate measure of inflation over the past 3 decades. And so they're showing you that CPI, the government's number that they put out on inflation, but it doesn't factor in any of the things that actually are inflating, all the things that affect our lives. Okay, I wanted to remind you all, Biden, the new administration is making it very clear that they're going to increase tax rates. So if you're in crypto and you want to have a chance of making at least some of these games tax deferred or tax free, go open an iTrustCapital. iTrustCapital IRA. You can do a regular IRA, a Roth IRA. There's several different kinds. I have a Roth IRA and a SEP IRA. This is a really good way to go in, especially if you like to trade and you want to trade in and out of things without incurring any tax consequences. This is the way to go. I've got this in the description of all my videos, and there's a 1 month off free. There's a link in there, and I think there's a coupon code as well. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that there are many of these TA people that are calling for a XRP breakout within 12 hours, and that's 2 of them that are saying that. Thanks for listening.